If you don't know what I mean by intimate, ask Megan, okay? Ask Megan Thee Stallion. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Lala. Welcome to my channel. And if you're returning, then hey girl, what's up? How you doing? So as you can tell by the title of today's video, this is gonna be a get ready with me / story time about the time that I dated an influencer. So before we get into this story time, we do have a brand to brag about really quickly. So today we're going to be talking about Merit Beauty. Merit Beauty is a clean, vegan, and cruelty-free brand. They're all about being minimalistic and not using harsh chemicals in their products. They are available online and in Sephora, and they were also kind enough to send us over a few products to try out. So first, let's just appreciate this cute little signature bag that you get. You get this bag free with your first order. So first we have the signature lip. It's very lightweight, very pretty. I got mine in the shade 1990. You will see me apply this towards the end of the video, but you probably just seen it on me in the intro. Next we have their Brow 1980 Volumizing Pomade. I love how natural this feels in my brows. I cannot do my eyebrows on camera, but I will insert some clips on how I did it and how they came out. So since I have like no eyebrows, I had to outline them first and then fill them in and then clean up with concealer. I would do this on a regular day without any makeup and not have to outline, but since I am doing a full makeup look, I felt like I had to outline. So more information about the brand as well as the links to everything I mentioned today will be down below in the description. So yeah, go ahead and enjoy the rest of the video. Okay guys, so eyebrows are already done. You're welcome. I didn't want to make you guys suffer through me trying to do them on camera, so I did them ahead of time. You're welcome. Okay, so this story takes place back in 2015 or 16. So it was either very late 2015 or very early 2016. So between that era, I was around 21, 22 years old. So this influencer, we are going to name him Confusion because I don't know how to feel about him. Like, he never made it clear what his intentions were. Like, his plans for his life and the things that he actually did not match up. Like what he wanted out of life did not add up with the way he was living. And also, I don't know what he wanted from me. So his name is Confusion, okay? So Confusion was really popular on Vine. Like, this is the Vine era, okay? He does have Instagram. Like, still to this day, he's popping on IG, hundreds of thousands of followers. I can't escape him. Like, people I know personally repost his little comedy skits all the time. I've seen him in the Shade Room. I've seen him in Neighborhood Talk recently. So he's still, you know, I give him that. He's still on the scene. But at this time of this story, he was a Vine guy, okay? By the way, the eye look is gonna be a little different from what you guys seen in the thumbnail because I'm doing this video all over. Yes, I put on the same shirt. So I was following him on Vine, and in my mind, he was just like the funniest guy ever. I thought he was just like hilarious, okay? So one day he posted something, I don't know what it was, I don't remember, but I commented on it. And you know, you're never really commenting thinking that the person themselves is gonna respond to you. It's usually just other people watching just like you who start conversations in under people's posts. But I guess whatever I said caught his attention and he responded to me. So it went from commenting to each other under his post to us messaging. Now, whether we were messaging on Vine or some other platform, I'm not clear of, but In my mind, I thought it was Facebook, but I went through my Facebook and I don't see any messages from him at all. So it had to be Vine. But yeah, I don't remember the conversation verbatim, but I ended up telling him, you know, next time you're in Miami, you know, let's link up, let's hang out, like let's go party. And at this time, I'm like single. I had just gotten out of a long 5-year relationship. A relationship that I grew up in. So I was like 16 when I started dating that guy, and we broke up around this time, like right before this happened, we broke up. So I'm like newly single, hanging out, you know, just doing what I do. So when I extended the olive branch, like saying, hey, when you're back in Miami, let's hang out, he was like, I live here, I live in Fort Lauderdale. I was like, oh, okay, well then let's hang out, you know, let's kick it, whatever. So we ended up exchanging numbers and we made plans to hang out in person. So I hit up my best friend. We're gonna call her Barbie because she's a Barbie. I'm like, yo Barb, there's this guy, he's like super poppin', him and his brother, they wanna hang out. So like, let's go hang out with them. And I'm making it sound good too, because one thing about Barbie, she never disappointed. Like if she wanted me to hang out with her and like some guys, it was always a good time. Like Barbie would have us in VIP sections at Story. We were like this close to Chris Brown when he was performing. We had like Kevin Gates in our section. The guy from Fast and Furious was like giving me Ace of Spades. There was another time she had me out on Star Island with these soccer players from London. Like Barbie, you know, so I'm like, finally I get to, you know, invite her out. Even though I did invite her to some other stuff that was popping, I just hyped this up and we'll get there anyway. So Barbie's like, hell yeah. I showed her the brother. The brother is actually more popping than Confusion. The brother, we're gonna call him Max because Max is a cool name and I think he was a super cool guy. I can't take that away from him. The brother was cool as hell, so his name is Max. So anyway, Barbie had the nicer house. I was living with my mom at the time, so we made plans for them to pick us up from Barbie's house. So when they get there, it's Confusion, Max, and Manager in the car. We're gonna call the manager because that's what they said he was. He was their manager. So Confusion, Max, and Manager pick up me and Barbie from Barbie's house. So we head out to the spot on the beach. They have like hookah, they have food, drinks, everything like that is actually pretty known down here. It's called Rock Bar. So we head out to Rock Bar and we are having a good, jolly old time, okay? I'm telling you, everybody's drinking, everybody's eating, we're smoking hookah, and like no one's being weird. We're having a great time. Everyone's ordering whatever they want to order. Everyone is ordering whatever they want to order. So, you know how they say girls like to order like extra stuff when they're out with guys? No, we were literally ordering whatever we wanted because we knew at the end of the day, like even if the guys didn't pay, we would be able to pay for our own stuff because we both were making good money at the time. We were cocktail waitresses, so we were like serving drinks, serving bottles, like stuff like that. So Barbie and I were pretty good in the financial department for our age and for the era of time that we were in. We were doing pretty good. So we're having a good old jolly time, like we're Snapchatting. This is when Snapchat was having its moment too. And I'm like this, like Confusion is sitting next to me, so I'm getting him in a snap and he was cool with it. Like you would expect for a guy that's like popular or whatever to be like, don't get me on camera. But no, he was cool, like he was into the snaps with me, okay? I tried to find them, but I done had about 5 phones since then, so the snap is gone, unfortunately. So when it was time to go, the waiter brings out the bill and you can physically see Max and Confusion look away. Like they're in their phones, they're doing whatever they can do to not look at this bill. So Barbie and I are like, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to split it? Like what's going on? Like what are we gonna do? Manager is the one to offer and go half with me and Barbie. And it's like, first of all, we shouldn't even be going half. It's 3 men here All three of you should be paying for it, in my opinion. Confusion is the reason why we're even here. And then Confusion didn't even offer to help his manager pay. But I mean, he's a manager, so maybe that's why he was the one paying. I should have paid attention to that night, but I did, just sweep it under the rug. I'm like, okay, maybe the manager deals with the finances for them and stuff like that. So that's what I'm thinking. So anyway, so time goes by. Me and Confusion are still, texting each other, saying, oh, we should hang out again. Like I said, me and Barbie, we were cocktail waitresses at a club. So Confusion says, he hits me up one day and he's like, are you at work tonight? How much are the bottles? What's going on? Me and my friends, we're gonna come pull up on you and Barbie. And I'm like, oh yeah, the bottles, it's Friday night. We got some bottle specials. I can get you guys in for free. Just let me know when you're coming, all that. I'm telling him the bottle prices, everything like that. So I let Barbie know, I'm like, the guys say they wanna come up to the club. I'm like, we're gonna have a good time. We can hang out with them. We're gonna be able to drink with them, make some good tips, So I'm telling Barbie, I'm like, they coming through. She's like, okay. And might I mention, like, Max and Barbie really hit it off. Like, they liked each other, okay? It was very obvious. They couldn't keep their hands off of each other, like, every time we hung out. Like, Max and Barbie actually clicked, okay? Not that me and Confusion didn't click, but Barbie and Max obviously liked each other. I don't know if this looks good or not. I hope it looks good. So I went ahead and did my liner off camera. You're welcome, okay? I saved you again from the catastrophe of me trying to do my liner on camera, because no. So them coming to the club, I also took this as a good opportunity to see where their pockets was at, like what the financial situation was looking like. That may sound bad, but if you're interested in a guy, you kind of want to know things. So I just wanted to see what it was like in real life, if that makes sense, okay? Don't judge me. Confusion hits me up and he's like, oh, we're on the way, we're gonna be there soon, make sure we're good at the door and everything like that. So I let Barbie know, I'm like, okay, Confusion said they're coming, so I'll let you know when they're here. And we were gonna split whatever they got. That's what you do as friends. If you guys both take care of a party, you split tips, whatever. So time goes on, we're working. I don't really hear back from Confusion. Like, I don't hear from him. And I'm not gonna blow anybody up, so I didn't even ask him, like, what's going on. If he came, he came. If he didn't, he didn't. But throughout the night, just in case, I'm looking around just in case, they came in. He found his way in the club without needing me to get him through the door, or whatever the case may be. But the night goes on, we work our entire shift, and we hear nothing from Confusion or Max. So, red flag number 2. But I just dusted it off. I let it go. I'm like, okay, maybe they got busy, life happens, whatever. But now when I think back on it, I feel like maybe that was just them, trying to keep us around. Like, they knew where we worked at, told us, oh, they were gonna come get bottles. That's just I feel like that was just an antic to keep us around or make us look forward to seeing them again, or for us to believe that they would actually one day come to the club and spend money, which was so stupid. Because it was stupid because Barbie actually really liked Max and I was starting to like Confusion, so it was like confusing, This is why his name is Confusion, okay? So anyway, the next time we hang out with them, Confusion invites us over for a game night. I automatically assumed it was their house or their apartment because they invited us over. I tell Barbie about it. She's like, of course, let's go. Let's hang out with them. Let's go to this game night. Confusion sends me the address and it's to some apartments that are not too far from Barbie's house. Like, they lived in the same area as Barbie. I was closer to Miami and they were more Fort Lauderdale. So anyway, I go pick up Barbie. We head to the address that Confusion has sent me. And it's these apartments, chill, real low key or whatever. We get inside, it's a 2-bedroom apartment. Turns out it was manager's apartment and he was sharing it with a roommate. When we get in manager's room, it's Confusion, Max, and like 3 other people, maybe like 1 other guy and like some females. I was feeling guilty because I felt bad for the roommate. I'm like, if I had a roommate, I would not want for there to be like 7 people in the room across from me. Like, what if this guy had to work? What if he just was tired and needed some sleep? Like, I just thought it was really inconsiderate for them to have that amount of people over knowing you have a roommate. Like, this night is not really significant. I just bring it up to say that every single time we hung out with them, it was at manager's house. So never their own place. They never picked us up in their own cars. It was always at manager's house. And we would do the same exact thing. We would get a bottle of liquor, play card games, and talk. That's it. And I'm like, what's up with all the stuff that you guys be doing on Vine, Instagram? Like, where are those people? Who are these people that we're hanging out with? This is very much not giving what it's supposed to give. So like I said, Barbie and Max were hitting it off. Like, they were really into it, okay? Literally can't keep their hands off each other. They're like getting intimate, okay? If you don't know what I mean by intimate, ask Megan, okay? Ask Megan Thee Stallion. This would all be going on around manager. Like I said, this is manager's room in this apartment. So we were all squished in his room hanging out. And I always wondered why manager never like told them like, no, y'all can't do this. But I think manager really liked me and Barbie's company. Like, he seemed to really care about us as like friends. Like, he would take pictures with us. We would all be like in a group hanging out. So I think manager actually enjoyed the group. But whenever it was just me and Confusion conversing, I would be talking to him, you know, in the perspective of soon being in a relationship, because I guess that's what I was used to. Like, if you're talking to a guy, it's supposed to lead to something, not just for fun. But I guess in his mind, it was just for fun. Now I know that like, you can just hang out with guys for fun. Like, after that situation, I hung out with a few other guys, okay? I was like, you know, interested in him. So we would have more serious conversations, and I would want to know, you know, what does he expect to do with his career and stuff like that. So that's what we mainly talked about. But Max and Barbie was over there like 2 little jackrabbits, okay? Every time we hung out with them, we would have to buy their food, me and Barbie. So we've been to KFC, Taco Bell, Jamaican restaurants, we've been to Chick-fil-A, and Barbie and I have paid every single bill. These guys have never gotten us anything. It just amazes me that, you know, someone could be so popping on social media, and then when you hang out with them, it's a whole different story, you know? So yeah, whenever Barbie and I would head over to them, they will be like, oh, can you guys stop and bring some food or whatever? Like, they were using us to eat, basically. I think we were the meal ticket. Now again, Max and Barbie were hitting it off, so maybe, you know, it wasn't all just about Max getting some food. But Confusion at the time, wasn't getting nothing from me in that department, so he was literally just getting food. So time goes on, we're tired of going to manager's house and hanging out in a room, you know, like piled up in a room. So Barbie gets the idea to have a movie night at her house. She's really into like scary movies. Like me, I can do true crime videos, but when it comes to like horror films, no, that's her department. She loves it. Halloween is her favorite holiday. Like, Barbie was on it with the scary movies. So she's like, you know, my mom is gonna be at work late. Let's just have a movie night at my house. And you know what? I'm like, just to hang out with you guys, I'll do it. Like, I don't really want to watch a scary movie, but I'll do it just to hang out with you guys. And also, we never really came to my house because I lived with my mom. My mom was not really into having people in the house like that. And plus, the living space wasn't the nicest, so I didn't really even want to bring people there. So Barbie sets it up. We go in on pizza, Barbie and I alone. We buy pizza. The guys come over, we watch the movie. The movie was pretty good. So we're all out in the front room watching a movie, cuddled up, you know, just enjoying each other's company, having a good time. But then the movie's over. So guess what? It's time to go to bed. So Max and Barbie, you know, were ready to do the dude, like I said, they couldn't keep each other's hands off of each other. So Barbie tells me, she's like, you and Confusion can have my room for tonight. Like, me and Max will sleep out here and you and Confusion have the room. Mind you, like I said, I was 21, 22. So I was like, okay. But me today, I would never ever like sleep in my best friend's bed with another guy. Like, ew. Like, you would have to have me in your own place or at a hotel at least. Like what kind of man are you? And they were older than us too. I forgot to say this. I believe Confusion was like 3 years older than me. So Confusion and I head to bed. We literally just went to bed. I think we probably cuddled. We did have a conversation. I remember talking to him more like relationship stuff or whatever the hell I was running my mouth about. But I do remember talking to him, and then we went to bed. Like, we cuddled up and went to bed. Now the next morning is when all hell breaks loose, okay? At least for me. This is what made me officially say, okay, I'm done being this guy's provider of Taco Bell and Chick-fil-A. Like, this is it for me, okay? This is also the part of the story where I talk a little bit more about intimacy. So if that's something you don't want to hear, click off. If you're my big brother or my dad, click off. I don't want you to hear this next part. Please, love you, bye. So the next morning, Confusion makes the move, okay? He makes the move. He's touching on me and I didn't mind it, you know? The energy was reciprocated, okay? He gets protection out of his pocket as if he already knew what his plans were. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is about to happen. You know what? I'm not running from it. Let's do it, whatever. So he's over me. I'm laying on my back. We begin being intimate and he does a good 3 to 5 in and outs, okay? He did a good 3 to 5 in and out movements, okay? Then he like gets up. So I feel him getting up. So I'm like, okay, I guess we're switching positions. So I get up and I start getting ready to like get on my knees in the bed, like on my knees in the bed. I get in that position, okay? But in my peripheral vision, like in the corner of my eye, I see him running around the bed. There's a bathroom connected to the room. So before I can even look back to see him fully, the bathroom door closes. So my dumbass is sitting there in doggy style on the bed and the bathroom door closes. I'm like, well, okay. So I call out to him in the bathroom. I'm like, are you okay? Like, what's up? He's like, yeah, I'm good. And I hear like the water turning on. So I'm like, oh, okay, we're done. That's it. Okay. Honestly, I was in so much shock. Like, all I could do was laugh. Like, I wasn't laughing at him like this guy is like weak or nothing like that. I was laughing because I just didn't know how to handle it. With the nature of this guy's comedy and like his lifestyle, you would have thought that it was gonna be the best intimate relationship you've ever experienced, if you're getting my gist here. Like, in his content, he literally had skits about intimacy, like literal skits of girls with their legs up and him between them or behind them or whatever the skit may have been about. Majority of his skits were about intimate relations. And not only was he a comedian, this guy was a dancer too, or is a dancer. So, like, dancing, okay? Not dancing, but dancing, okay? I thought I was gonna be the one lacking. I'm like, okay, oh my God, I don't know what to expect. And also, I was new to like adventuring out with intimacy because I was in a relationship for so long. So I just got myself together and waited on my turn to go in the shower. Now, by this time, Barbie's mom comes home. And in a way, it's like, thank God, because she kind of like helped break the ice because she was really cool, really nice. She was talking to Confusion and Max, getting to know them. And she actually seemed to like, you know, really like them, you know? But yeah, she came in like the right time because I honestly didn't know what else to even say to Confusion after that. Like, I was confused for real. Like, I was highly confused. Ooh, that's a lot. I feel like I OD. These are the lashes I'm using. So I'm using my lipstick from Mara in the shade 1990. It's very neutral, that's why I did do the liner first, but I wore it yesterday without the liner and I really like it as a nude shade. A good nude shade for black girls, okay? 1990. Highly recommend. I love it. So I'm gonna do the Petal Explosion from Alt Fragrances. If you guys see my last video, I did collab with them. This is their inspired version of Flower Bomb. This smells exactly like Flower Bomb. There is a little slight difference, but it's, you know, obviously there's gonna be a difference because this costs $23, I think. So that is it for the story time. So does it make sense as to why his name is Confusion, okay? I was confused. Still confused to this day. They were nice people. It's just, you know, on top of them not, you know, paying for anything, we had to pay for everything. And then the intimacy not even being good, I was done. I think we did hang out with them maybe once or twice more after that. But even Barbie, like, we had side convos about them, obviously. And she wasn't into it either. Like, yeah, he's cute, he's nice, but I'm tired of buying food for them every day. So, kind of ended. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time and this makeup look. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this story time and get ready with me. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.